okay. I never noticed the clock sound before. When I came in, I heard a clock, but it could have been just me. The hands of time ticking away. The dead flowers are still there. I want to see them. We just don't get rid of stuff in this house. They're still colorful. That means something to me. I don't know if it means anything to anybody else, but I'm going to be quiet because my parents are sleeping with the puppy and with their dogs. But I know my kids in the other room. I see my kids in the other room. My kids in the other room probably are awake because they know I feed them around sometime in the morning once they start hearing me get up and rustling around. But I had to go get my coffee. And I had to get a car wash because magic things happen in the car wash. And I'm having issues, technical issues still. I can't figure it out, you guys. I think I'm gonna have to call Geek Squad because I tried to go to the Apple store, and though the guy was really nice, I could tell he was, really busy with other things. And I'm like, I need somebody who knows Apple products, somebody who knows Apple. And the people that I know, I need help. I need Apple help. I need somebody who knows Apple products. It's Sunday, the 12th. And I had a lot of reminders going to Starbucks this morning. And I was able to get it on video on my single lady phone because it's hooked up to my MaxiPad. And it's all thanks to Brian that I even got this pad. And I went and I saw my friend Matt's band last night. My friend Michael went with me. My friend Michael shot pool the whole time. And I got to see my friend. Excuse me. I woke up with a lot of gas this morning. Yeah, sexy, right? Sexy gas. I'm bringing sexy gas. Yeah! Just kidding. No. But what I did do today is have a lot of magical songs on my way to coffee. That was at night. That was at night. That was at night. That was at night. This is the beautiful Mary that I met last night, wearing the t-shirt of my friend's band. And her husband Jesse is just joining the band. And she has two beautiful kids. She has a daughter named Sophie, which earlier that day, just like on my way into the concert, really weird, and my friend Michael was with me on the way into the concert. Sophie came on. Did I do a screenshot? Sometimes I do, just to remember what songs. What I've done. Transparent Soul. Oh, and this guy, Sabaton. I think my friend Sven told me about Sabaton. Maybe not, I don't know. But they have a Jenga at this, well, you can't read it. It says, you pull this block, you have to buy the bartender a drink. I love it, I love it, I love it. This was at the Haven, it's a dive bar, but they have a True Leave in this. They also have Boston's and Fratello's and Aldi, Dollar Tree, Ginkgo Balboa. This is my friend, his band. When he first moved here in 2005, I managed him at Hewitt Associates. He was one of my favorite employees, and here's a video. I'm going to send it to him and everybody because I got a couple videos and a couple pictures. But before, oh, and John Deere was right next door. John Deere. And I got a video of that, and it was raining on me. So before that, on the way in, kids management came on. All my favorite things, what is that, Weezer and AJR. I love AJR. Bush, Come Down. That's the second time Bush Come Down has come on. Oh, yep. No, I didn't record it, but Sophie. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I had a magical moment with my son today. I embarrassed the crap out of him. The song that came on was, let me pause it. So Bob Marley came on for me. This morning, R.E.M. came on for me. But it wasn't just any song. It was a song that I sing when people were like, R.E.M. When I say Michael Stipe, they go, who? And I'm like, it's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Leonard Bernstein. Downtown Orlando used to have a place called Howl at the Moon. It was right next to Jungle Gyms, which is no longer there. It's now W55. 55. Is it really W55? I can't drive 55. Is that why it gave me Heather Greening 55? I'm going to type in W55. Yep. Apartments. 55 West Apartments. I would love to live there. Oh, I gotta show you some pictures. Images. It's beautiful. This is my favorite. This one's my favorite. Gonna do it that way? Yeah. It's my favorite. And I remember, because it was, oh, there it is. There's another good picture. Yeah. I love architecture. And when my ex-husband and I went around Chicago and we did the Navy tour, bus tour, it was so awesome. The architecture was just phenomenal. And I was really, really good at drafting in shop class in 8th grade. And I got 100%, and the shop teacher was deaf. And we played a mean trick on him one time. And I regret that. But we were young kids. We were in 8th grade. All right. So I can share with you the story if you want to know. Ask me about my 8th grade shop teacher, and I'll tell you about it. He was deaf and had a hearing aid in both ears. And it's shop class. And I'm a tomboy. And what can I say? So drafting, architecture, mad props to you guys. I didn't like it. I was really good at it. And that's the thing. My shop teacher was like, you're really good at this. You could become an architect or something. And I'm like, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Let them grow up to be doctors and lawyers and such. No, I never sang that. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Are the things that I have to deal with when I'm trying to set up my station, because things keep getting moved around every time I have to go up, down, touch the ground. It gets me in the mood. Up, down, touch the ground, in the mood for food. I am stout and I have found I like oddities. If you want to play with me, we'll have to wait and see. So, House of Ambition. I have ambition. Yes, I do. I've got ambition. How about you? It's like heaven. I'm in heaven. My heart beats so that I can hardly see. And I'm going to start writing down things, more things. And my elbow, it's starting to hurt. And I have a bad feeling about it. I've got a feeling, woo-hoo, that this might be avascular necrosis. AVNers, I see you all the time in those support groups, and I just want to tell you that you are troopers, AVN troopers. Super troopers, I'm jiggling the thing, it's bouncing back and forth. Sorry. I need my coffee. I have yet to finish my coffee. And when I went to the car wash and I was gonna clean out the one that Michael left. Michael left a full soda in my car. Don't even get me started on Michael. This man, this Tobago man, he has dreams. I've got dreams to remember. He's got dreams, and he wants, ironically, he wants a 2-bedroom boat that serves people who want to go on a tour to an island and just tool around in a boat. And my bestie my Julia Gulia and her significant other, her partner Grant, are looking, they have boats already in California, but they're looking to go to North Carolina and buy a boat in North Carolina. So boat people are following me, and it started in Tampa, Bradenton. A friend of mine that I met, sailboats, he races, and it's brutal, and you have to be in shape. And he told me some things about sailing, and I was like, whoa, I don't know if I want to do that. They make it look so effortless, like Zac Efron on the back or on the front, just like being all hot, and or Duran Duran holding on, and you know, her name is Rio and she dances in the sand. You know, her name is Rio, dance across the river Grand. I don't know, but it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. I am #sober, and I feel fine after 9/11. And I bet you, I know people who are not going to be feeling fine today. There's going to be people who are going to be feeling like shite. I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. Oh, you want to see my sexy? She thinks my tractor's sexy. There's my sexy tractor. Tractor, the burning eater. But my tractor has wings instead of a beefy arm. And if you've ever seen Homestar Runner, tractor. Oh, wait, mine's a unicorn tractor. So she's Trogdor's lover. She's shooting stars. She's big sky. She's changing her stars. And this is where the poetry is going to go. I just started my first one. There will be more. I just started. I'm just starting all of this. So the one thing that I know is all good things come in time. You can't rush. Can't rush. You got to take your time, do your homework, put your time in first. And I've been trying to help too many people and not help myself. And then I get into pickles where I don't have any money because I help people like Brian, who told his friend, oh, she's got $2,000 on her card. We can go road tripping. And I'm just coming out of the loony bin, all scrambled and medicated on drugs that I shouldn't have been on. I'm like, yeah, let's go escape to Athens, Brian. Yeah, Brian, let's go to fucking Athens. And yeah, I got money on my card, but I also had a job. I had a job. Or I was getting a job. Yeah, I already knew when I was going to be starting it. My dream job, my corporate dream job, doing pension plan administration, my corporate dream job at Mercer. And I had to quit it. I had to quit it because I knew my body was failing me and I couldn't put in the amount of hours and energy they needed. And because I am very in tune with myself and I know things take time and I have so many doctor's appointments and I get pricked all the time. Yep. I have needle marks. I got scars. I got scars in some interesting places. But I got taken advantage of as well by people who are mentally unstable. And I got nobody to blame for it. It's not a blame thing. It's just what happened. See, what had happened was, and some of you will know what that means, and some of you will not. And some of you just heard things like, you got fired on your day off. I swear I met Ice Cube one day. I did. It was around 4th of July in 1997. I get it now. A little white girl comes up to you. Oh, are you Ice Cube? Oh, are you Ice Cube? And you're like, fucking bitch, no, I don't. I'm just kidding. You didn't say anything like that. You were like, so cool. Ice Cube was so cool. I said, you really look like somebody. He goes, yeah. Like, it was all cool. It was all cool. It was all cool. That's what it... Ice Cube, iced tea. I want Ice Cube in my iced tea that's unsweet. Sometimes, though, I like a little tiny splash of sweet on the top. But at Starbucks, I'm always the same. And they know me there. And it's okay. Today's going to be a good day. Now, like I said, I can't figure out my Apple stuff. So I've had to rely on the radio. And there's a new alt channel in Orlando called 101.1. And if anybody's from Maryland, I do know that there's people from Maryland on here, on YouTube, on TikTok, and all that. So I'm going to plug this radio station because I love them. It's 101.1 alt radio. No commercials. It's fantastic. So I'm going to plug and play them. Kid and play, plug and play, whatever. I'm going to mix it up. All mixed up. Don't know what to do. All my favorite songs were playing this morning. And it started with The End of the World as We Know It. And I feel fine. Now, I don't know how my friend Brian is doing. He got 10 electric shock therapy sessions in Gainesville, where I got this tattoo at a place called Savage in the Gainesville Mall by a beautiful young lady who was 21. And she had a Stussy hat. No, she had a Stussy sticker on her motorcycle hat. She's pretty badass. So, at the risk of not repeating myself over and over again, because I know how annoying that can be, but some people process things differently than other people do. So sometimes when somebody says it over and over, they're trying to reprogram themselves and they don't realize it. And what my friend Brian did in the second hospital, sorry, a lot of postnasal drip. I have chronic sinus problems. I am the OG snot girl. The allergies, the snot, the no tasting, no smell started in 2005 for me. 2005 was also when Matt Ginkgo Balboa, Matt, and his two little kids, Gavin and Gwen, Gigi, and Matt and Miranda, Gigi. Gigi makes me think of a musical. Eminem, well, duh, D12 baby. I mean, huh. These chicks don't even know the name of my band. Oh my God, let me suck your. No, that's not me. I'm not that person. No. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? And my Uncle Leo would sing that karaoke. Leo, I love you, and I need to come back up to Michigan. Eminem is calling my name. Say my name, say my name. Right? I can do this for a long time. And I was talking to somebody, I think it was Mary. I met Mary last night, and Jessie. And I had met somebody earlier whose mom, her name was Mary, and she passed away. She flew away in 2006. Is that when Mary left? I don't remember, but I talk to people and I find out things, and I make people feel comfortable. And that's because I've been helping survivors for a very long time. Since May of 2000, I started my training then. It's important to be trained. You need to be trained properly. And I vet my men very carefully. If you don't know what vetting is, Google it. I vet carefully. When you are interviewing somebody, which I've interviewed so many people, when you're interviewing somebody, you need to be open-minded and look outside the box and read between the lines. There's a lot that goes into it. So many interviewers are so wrapped up in their questions, or they hear a certain word, they get fixated on that, or they read your resume and they already know what questions they want to ask you or where they think you're deficient. But I'll tell you one thing right now, young people. Have an adult proofread your resume. Have an adult proofread your resume. Oh, my knees. Have them proofread it just to make sure there's no grammatically incorrect. Because when I see grammatically incorrect, we as managers will sit in a room and go through all of the resumes and go, we're not even going to, we already know going into it that we're going to probably not hire that person. So what I do in the beginning of the conversation, when I know it's going that way, I go right to where I see the weakness is, and I try to listen carefully to see if there's any potential, because sometimes you gotta have a little faith. Right, Tanya? My friend Tanya. I'm gonna have one just for Tanya. Tanya's special to me, because Tanya, I have more than one Tanya. I have a lot of Tanyas in my life right now. Just kidding. I don't have a whole lot, but I have two very important ones. One is a beautiful woman that I started working with. I trained her in 2000. Oh, Tanya. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. You and Kurt were in the same room. You, Kurt, and Tariq. You, Kurt, and Tariq. 3 of you. I trained you 3. And Rebecca. Whatever happened to Rebecca? And Allie. Were you guys all in the same class? The 5 of you? Allie married Hugo, and they're in Switzerland. I was at their wedding. I love that. And Rebecca and I were friends, and she met my friend Melissa, and they were friends, and she was at her wedding. And then I lost touch with Rebecca. But Kurt and his wife Sherry, Kurt's name is not Kurt, but it makes me think of Kurt Cobain, which makes me think of the 11th hour. The 11th hour. Where are you guys? Dude, and I don't have Facebook on here. Do I? I have Facebook on here? Did I do it on this phone? All right, I'm going to have to figure this out, because my friends are in a band. I can't talk. The 11th hour is not open yet. And Kurt, Brad, and Mark are the 3 guys that I met next to the Geek Easy. And they're opening a place called the 11th Hour. And I don't know when they're going to be open, but I can't wait. I'm just super excited, and I want to help promote them any way I can. And Mark is not my ex, Mark, and he's married to a wonderful woman, and I think Kurt is married to Brad. Brad's special, like me. And he was the last one I saw. We're not going to talk about the opening. We're just going to wait for it to organically happen, and then that's going to be the date. We're just going to see when it is, right? Let's see when it happens, Brad. I don't know why it's being held up, and maybe I can even go there and offer to help, since I've got some time to help move things along. Move along, 'cause I know you do. So, Move Along came on, and if you know that song, it's one of my favorites. I have it on all my playlists for years and years. Even when I got married, the DJ's like, your playlist is pretty freaking awesome. I'm like, yeah. I also knew DJs, and I grew up with music, and I know the thing or two about music. I know a thing or two about a thing or two. And I know a thing or two about taking care of yourself. But I didn't always do that. Anybody else know anybody like that? So now I'm doing me. I'm doing it carefully. And I'm stretching out my legs because of my knees. And my elbow, my left elbow, I'm telling you, to the left, to the left. Every tattoo I have is to the left. Today is Sunday the 12th and I don't have any money. But when I do, I need to get my tattoo. So AJ, was AJ trying to reach out to me? Melissa is. I thought AJ, somebody was, which AJ was it? It's not this AJ. Okay, maybe it's this AJ. Messenger? Jacob? No. Okay, I found, I'm learning my phones a little bit. It's Allie, Greg, Pat, all these guys. My friend's like, I can't help but notice you have all these guys on Facebook. I'm like, I can't help it. They like the boobs. They want the boobs. Jacob Thomas, send me your information. All right. I have a Jacob. We'll see if Jacob can help somehow, some way. We'll see. Keeping the faith. That's what I'm going to title this one because, sorry, dual purpose. Keeping the faith because I have faith. As Jim Carrey taught me, faith leaps over the fire. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly over the fire with faith. Keeping the faith. Edward Norton, Eddie, Wild Lake, Columbia. I see you. And Ben Stiller, Ben, who married Marsha. Didn't you? And then, don't even get me started with Vince Vaughn. Even when he wasn't in Keeping the Faith, but there were some other magnificent people in Keeping the Faith, like Dharma and Greg. Warner Brothers. Jenna Elfman. Do I need to go on? You're beautiful. And I saw you in Dharma and Greg. Dharma. And I fell in love with you. And then you did something with Brendan Fraser, the WB, something like that. Keeping the Faith. There were 3 of you. A priest, a rabbi, and the girl. Keeping the Faith. If you haven't seen the movie and you want to feel inspired, or you have a Jewish mother who doesn't want you to marry an American, English woman, American girl, keep the faith. Keeping the faith. You got this. Cat Mama Frog out.